Okay, so we're going to go through and clear these just one at a time. So first of all, I just want to point out one thing. You've got one connection detail here that isn't pulled all the way to the end. So pull that one first. I've already gone in and switched your units to decimal metric, so that's already done so that we can go in and do the measurements. So I'm going to start with this one here just because it's at the biggest differential. So first thing you want to do when you get all these errors, make sure that you're looking at your 3D. So what I usually do is what I want my standard height to be at is I set those on, whether it's the door, you'll set your baseline, whether you want, this at 7 foot or this one at 7 foot. If you don't care, I'm just going to go through and adjust them right now based off of what I think. So another thing that I noticed, this is as you get up here, said that this one was off by an inch, so you can really see that that's where that track needs to hang, and you've got it way down here. So I did notice, however, that you've got two different door height types in here, and I don't really know why. So this one is closer to the height, so I'm actually going to just go in and change this door. That's weird. Maybe not. Yeah, see how this one says F small? Okay, so that is the one you have in your file. Okay, so I'm going to change this one to F small because that one just says F right now. If that's not the case and that did need to be F, then change it back and then just adjust this one, but I'll go in here. Alright, so now we're quite a bit higher here, but should be at the same height as that one over there, so. And again, slightly higher there. So let's figure out what our differential is here. We've got the barn door compatible extrusion is at the wrong height. So first of all, you've got this is the stack wall 24-inch clear story chroma glass. So let's go find your wall style. Again, it says you need to adjust it by negative 52.4 millimeters. So this is how I figure out whether it's up or down, because it always says negative, is that it needs to go up in order to match with that one. Okay, so 52.4. Oops. Okay, again, we've got to look at how you're setting these up, because when you go in and you're adding extrusions in here, you should actually be adding this out here, because every time you add something in here, that means that there's an additional, you've added an additional segment of vertical frame here, which you don't need. So delete that one out, go back out into your standard editor right here, and add it in there. Of course, I don't know what height you had that at. So we're going to do this. I'm just going to hit save. And I'm going to see what you have this one at. 2209.8. Alright, so that probably isn't the right height, but it's going to get me so that it'll tell me exactly where I need it to be. Alright, so now my extrusion is off by 46.5 millimeters, and I need to go up. Okay. Alright, so cleared that warning. Okay. Now one other thing that I do want to check here. Again, remember we need to make the one next to the door a barn door UFO. So change that, change to a V slim. You are going to save it in ice, and we're going to say BD UFO. Change that frame. Alright, so that's good. I mean, we now have our arrows back, but it's now telling me that it's off by 21.1. So once I get that lined up, all of those errors should go away. Let's look at the one that we're actually adjusting. Okay, so it needs to come down by 21.1 millimeters. Okay, so removed. Okay, cool, good with that one. Move on to the next one. Now you want to stay traveling in the same line. Okay, so now we've got to adjust the one next to that. Let's look at it in 3D. Again, we're much higher there, so we know we need to bring that down. So I will go find that. Well, first of all, let's see. Off by the 21.1. And cleared that one. Okay, next we're going to move to the last one. And let's see where the difference is. Alright, so this one's actually going to be this one. And you can tell if you zoom right up on it, right? So this one's actually lower, so that stack wall needs to come up higher by 21.1. Now again, you've got the same thing here, okay? So you've got the dark separations, which means this is 3 separate frames, which you do not need. So I'm going to check this, 711.2. I'm going to remove that. I'm going to go out here, put it back in. And go change your finish back to chroma coat, okay? Now I'm going to go back in here and adjust that by the 21.1. See how that line went away? You don't need separate frames. You just need to separate the materials, which you do in the other part editor. 21.1. Two two 0.9. Okay, and hopefully that will take care of all of our errors. It didn't. Alright, let's see here. It did get that close. Ah, I know why. It's because you don't have a barn door compatible extrusion over here. I know, Mama. There we go. Alright, now it's going to tell me that we're slightly off by 8.4. Okay. Now it looks to be 8.4 higher, so I need to drop it by 8.4.